Welcome back. Today I am going to play some Blitz games here on video just for fun. And that brings up an important insight into my personality. One thing that I often do is begin something because I think it's fun, but then I get too serious about it. And that's happened if you've been watching some of my previous videos with chess. As you may have seen in my most recent puzzle solving video, I got pretty down emotionally about the things that I misunderstood or the things that I was failing to see on the board. And I had to remind myself, I'm just playing chess because it's fun. It's not my career. And this can apply to almost anything. Anything that you're doing, especially something that you started doing because it was fun. If it's not fun anymore, you can just stop at any time. And that doesn't apply to things like your job or studies. Those things aren't really meant to be fun. I mean, it's great if you enjoy them, but you need to go ahead and finish school whether you enjoy it or not. And of course, if you want to pay your bills, you have to keep working whether you enjoy it or not. But almost anything else, especially things that are hobbies or things that you're just doing for fun, when it stops being fun, move on or remind yourself that you were just doing it for fun. I'm going to switch over to the gameplay board and I'm just going to play some 3+2 Blitz games purely for fun. I might win some of these, I might lose some of these, but I'm going to try to enjoy myself. I'm going to try to learn something if I lose. If I win, I think I'm just going to move on. I'm going to set my rating seek range a little bit narrower than the 200, -200 to +200, just because I don't want to get too blown out of the water by a really high rated player or have too easy of a game against a much lower rated player. So I'm going to narrow it to -100 to +50 and click play. And we'll play E4 if we can. We cannot. I was going to say we could play the Vienna, but we're going to play the Caro-Kann instead. And I'm going to advance. And they got the bishop out, which is one of the most common responses. I think I can play here. Yeah, they're going to advance that pawn at any point, but I'm just going to play there. Let's go ahead and get this bishop over here to check. They'll block with that. I'm going to castle, and then I can start developing some of my other pieces. I assume they're going to push their A pawn, but again, just playing for fun. I'm not trying to remember all the openings. I have played the Caro-Kann hundreds of times from the other side, but I've only played it maybe 20 times from this side. Yeah, see, I don't think that's very good, but I can't remember for sure. I know I can force the trade of this pawn here, but then that one might end up getting there anyway. But let's go ahead and do it. Also, I don't want to lose on time. Well, that aims to get my bishop, doesn't it? Well, they can't get my bishop right just yet, so let's distract their center pawn. And then I'll take there, and then I can move this knight, maybe throw this pawn forward here in a moment, like so, and put this bishop right there. That knight's coming around here someplace. Is it coming over here to H5? I don't know. No, not H5. If it does, I'll take it. Oh, maybe it's coming to F5. And then from whence, I'm not sure. But let's see, maybe they want to trade off the bishops. They did. Well, that took care of that, didn't it? Let's see. I don't want to put this here because, again, the knight might come in. I'm not sure what to do. Their queen is guarding that pawn. I can advance this and then maybe stick my queen over here. I don't know. We're having fun here. The idea of getting the queen there is to have two attackers on this pawn, but they might just want to trade queens. This opponent seems very trade happy. They did want to trade queens, but now I think I can get this pawn. We'll find out. That's the whole goal of me putting my queen over there in the first place. This is coming here or here. I'm not sure. I don't think I should be too worried about either one of those. Let's get the pawn and then maybe get the knight stuck in there. That'd be cool. Or over here. But what? Oh, they're aiming at my rook and my knight. Well, my knight's defended, so I should move the rook. But where? Here? No, because then they could just attack it again. Same thing with there. Well, let's just go over one then. Oh, what? Where's that going? Oh, they're aiming for this pawn. Sneaky. Well, I can't defend that. I can defend that pawn with the rook, I think. And then get my knight out of the way. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm probably going to lose this one too, because I can't move any of these. Can't move that. What can I do? I guess I can take the open file. They're going to put their bishop back in there. I'll take the pawn, but I'm down a whole piece now, so all the work I did to get that extra pawn, and I ended up going down a piece. Oh, they blocked that off too. And I can't push this because that's not defended, but I can go here and defend that square, so I can push the pawn, which would be a pawn fork if they don't get one of those two pieces out of the way. I'm assuming they're going to get one of those pieces out of the way because this opponent seems pretty sharp so far. Oh, all right then. I guess I could put the rook behind it Can I do that? Oh no, then I'm not defending the pawn anymore and the knight will get it. Okay. Just move some pawns here and see what's going to happen. Oh, they took the pawn anyway. They finally realized that they could have taken it anyway. I should have realized that too. And now they're aiming at my rook. So I've lost this game, but let's just have some fun with it. And, oh, they took with the knight. Imagine that. Now they can take that pawn. Yeah, this is a 700 rated player. So when I said a few weeks ago, I was pretty sure that these low rated players are getting better. I wasn't kidding. I honestly think chess players are getting better, especially in Blitz. They let that one by. I'm not sure why. Guess I can put the rook behind it now. I really don't have very many other options. I'm down a whole rook at this point. Okay. Okay, now they have 2 pieces on that, but I'm pretty good there. What's that aiming over here for nothing? Maybe I can get in here after all. And they also have a full minute more than I do on time. All right, why don't you check me and I'll get out of check one way or another? Oh, that hurt. Good for you, man. Yeah, nothing I can do about it. Why, can I do that? Am I gonna get a draw by repetition here? Probably not, but who knows? Maybe we'll get a draw by repetition against this fantastic Blitz player. Nope, they're gonna try something different now. Well, so am I. Let's try something different here. I shouldn't trade a piece because I am down a whole rook, as I said, but again, we're just going to play chess and have fun. Okay. Let's start moving these pawns. They're going to take that now, and I'm going to be down a whole rook. Let's see if this player knows how to win. I assume they will. They have some passed pawns over there. I'm just going to run my pawns forward until they disappear. See if my opponent knows how to checkmate with a rook. I don't think they do, otherwise they wouldn't be pushing that other pawn. I can't move forward now. Well, now I can. I'm going to move forward here. They check me? Or they're going to queen? They're going to queen? Okay, good for them. All right, well, now I can't take that pawn. Ooh, they almost left me with no legal moves. They got close. They're going to go get another queen? That would be fun. Nope, they're going to push me back here. Now get another queen. Nope. Okay. I've had several opponents in Blitz and Bullet recently that will just go get another queen at this point because they don't know how to checkmate me. All right. I don't think this one's real fond of it either. I mean, you could go there. There you go. All right. I knew they could do it. Good job, Cernovsky. I'm not sure exactly where that went wrong. I'm going to click the game review really quickly. I knew, obviously, I said at the point where I realized I was starting to be down and didn't have a lot of options anymore, but yeah, I really don't like this new graph at all. We noticed this a couple of videos ago when I was playing one of the new powered or superhero bots like Blunder Woman or Dead Lost or something. I assume the reason they changed to this is because it's easier for their server to render that graph, and they've been having server issues all year. But the previous graph was easier for me to read, at least. And maybe I'm alone in this, or in the minority. Maybe they did a focus group and found out that most people can read this version of the graph better. Does look like I was ahead as high as plus 1.24. Yeah, that's the other problem here, is that the number is blocked by the hand sometimes. Okay, 1.24 there, and then over here, 1.76. I was ahead as late as move 19, right here. Really? Okay, that was a miss for them. And what I played was rook to a3. Oh, to protect this pawn. Should I have protected the pawn with this rook? Oh, right, because this rook was protecting the knight. That's where I lost, is I gave up the knight. But I was about to lose the pawn. Maybe I should have thrown the knight forward or protected the pawn this way. It's one of those two, right? Okay, let's switch to the analysis tab. That's knight to d6. Oh, okay. Well, I probably would have played rook to c1 to protect this pawn, but that would have been wrong because I need knight to d6 is okay. And it's not plus 1.76. It's plus 0.84. Less than half of that. Okay, so I was never winning here because, again, as I've mentioned before, anything between +1 and -1, I count as even at this level. At the Grandmaster level or the very high-rated versions of the bots and Stockfish, 0.84 minus or plus is an advantage, and it's a winnable advantage if you keep pressing it. But for people at my level, anything between +1 and -1 is just about even, unless maybe you're in the end game and you have an extra pawn or something. But yeah, even if I had played that would have been bad. But instead what I played was a blunder, but that's because it gave up the knight, which wasn't -3, it was -1.9. But yeah, they took that, and then I should have played knight to g5. No, it's changed its mind. Knight to d2. One of those, but not rook to b1, which is what I played. But then that wasn't a great move on their part either, and I should have played g3 here. Really? g3 or rook b to b3, or knight to d2, which is what I played. I was thinking of protecting this push, but then they brought their rook over, which was their best move. And from then on out, according to the graph, because we're over here now, someplace. But yeah, that peak there that said plus 1.76, it was actually less than plus 1. And I'm going to guess the same is true for this 1.24. I'm going to guess, yeah, 0.4, 0.5. Okay, so it was even there too. I never had a winnable, pressable advantage in this game. Okay, that was their best move. Okay, it says I should have played a4 here, but I didn't. I took the knight. But that was my second best move, and those are really close. 0.4, 0.3. It counted that as a mistake. Oh, no, not taking the knight. I should have taken this pawn or played a4, but not the knight. Okay, so it was a mistake to take the knight, but still it's very close to even. Yeah, so I never had anything above +1 in this game. All right, well, that's what I needed to know. I never had an advantage, and then when I gave up the defense of the knight and gave the knight away for free, that's when I lost. All right, well, let's play another one. Oh, I got the white pieces again. Are we going to get no, we're not going to get a Vienna. See, I've been having this problem, not being able to learn the Vienna because no one will play e5. That's happened a lot. Oh, we're going to get one of these. Yeah, sorry if that's you, but that's just rude. People trying to learn openings and you're just throwing a bunch of pawns forward for no reason. Yeah, don't be a jerk. It's just jerky. I don't know. That might actually be an actual opening. It's called the Sicilian defense pin variation. That's what it said. Okay, well, let's have some fun. That's what we're doing. We're not learning openings today. I have to remind myself we're just having fun. Even if we lose, where's the knight going to go? If it goes to one of these two places, I'm going to take it. Oh, right, we took it. And then I'm going to push this pawn, maybe get this bishop out this way to protect my e-pawn, like so. If they push their d-pawn, I'll take it. And then I'll have a bishop lined up with their queen over there. Okay, let's go there. See what that bishop wants to do. Is it going to take here? Probably. I assume it's going to trade off here. It might just move one, but I assume it's going to take the knight. So I'll go ahead and pre-move that. I guessed it. Now are they going to take that pawn? They did. Okay. Well, the bishop is being hunted. So let's move it one spot there. I want to get my queen off the back rank. But I'm not sure. Is that the best spot, or probably c2 to connect the rooks, and then I can maybe line up with my bishops here. Also, it'd be nice to have a rook right there if I ever get rid of that pawn on the d-file. But that's probably too complicated of a plan here. Oh, going after the bishop? Well, I was going to move the bishop right there. Oh, but they're preventing me from putting my queen here. That's not bad then. Maybe I should take it. I can still put my queen here, which protects the rooks, and then be aiming at h7. Or I could just take it with the bishop and let's take that, and then I assume they'll take back, and then I'll take here, and then they're going to take there, looks like, and if they do, I'll take it instead of trading queens, or they might push forward. We'll find out in just a moment. They did take it. Okay. Oh, yeah, they got my rook. Whoa, man, that's bad. Okay, ooh, check. Now I can move my rook, can't I? It depends on how they block the check. I can put my rook right there on their queen. That seems painful. They'll move their queen, I guess, here, and then I'll trade. I'm up 2 pawns. Actually, I might not trade. I might go here. No, I shouldn't go there. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe I don't want to trade queens right now. Like I could pick up this extra. Ooh, that bishop's not defended. Almost gave up the bishop because they don't have a discovered check. They have a discovered attack here. They can move that bishop and then their rook will be pointed at my queen. But that wouldn't be best for them at this point. Right now, they need to figure out how to defend against mate, which I think is either G. Oh, they didn't find it. I think they needed to either play this G pawn or put their queen there because this is mate, isn't it? Okay, well, we won one for fun. Well, I'm going to pause this because I hear some shouting in the other room. All right, got that settled. The kids they're not used to being around each other because they're on summer vacation. They're used to being in separate schools, doing separate things with separate people. But Alessio Kaz, it feels like I've played this person just a day or so ago, but it says we're 1-0. I recognize that. What's that called? An avatar? I can get back to this, right? Okay, yeah, I did. I lost against them the other day. Alessio Casanello. Okay, I thought I recognized this mountain goat or something, and it does say that I have lost to them. Let's see, view the games. Okay. Yeah, I lost to them yesterday. All right. Because today's the 12th, so whenever you're watching this, today's the 12th for me. That's interesting. So this person is playing enough of the 3+2 Blitz and staying around my rating range that I got to see them again. Click the game review to find out, even though I won, and I said I wouldn't do this if I won. Just wanted to see if, okay, it looks like I did okay. And then my opponent made a blunder right there. Okay, so we were even all the way out to here, apparently. I'm getting used to reading this graph. And probably in a few weeks, I won't notice that it's new anymore. Yeah, we were very close to zeros all the way out at move 20. And that was a blunder. I didn't recognize that it was a blunder, but I did recognize that I could take that pawn. Oh, that's the only move that matters. See, I don't know if that should count as a blunder because it only went to +1, not +3. Ignore the game reviews numbers. Look at the analysis sports numbers. It's 1.5, but only if I take that pawn, which I did. Okay. It's better for them to move the king than to block with the rook, so they did that. And now I should have immediately lined up for mate. But instead, I wanted to put a rook on their queen, which made them think, I guess. And I wasn't using enough of my time. I noticed that. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left. They moved the queen over, and now we're at +1 because that was such a poor move on my part. Before that, yeah. Queen to h3 is the only move that kept me above +1. Wait, now it's saying that's my second best move that keeps me above +1. Okay. Well, if Stockfish can't even make up its mind, then I don't know how I'm expected to. But yeah, it's not above +1 once I actually play it. And they played their top move to get out of that, so good job for them. Queen to g4, was that what I should have done? Or f5. It says that was an inaccuracy down here in the move list, but right there, look how close that is to the 1.06 or 0.97. That's very, very close, so that is not an inaccuracy. We're still at +0.9. Yeah, okay, and I was right. They should have played g6 or queen to g6. Oh, they also could have done this, but that would have been a blunder on their part, but it would have prevented mate. I don't know what else they could have played that would have prevented mate. I suppose they could have put their queen there. That would have prevented mate temporarily. Instead, they did that, so. But I was careful and I waited just to make sure because thought maybe they saw something I didn't see. But that was fun, and thank you, Alessio Kaz, for the second game this week. Guess we go back to play and then click play. That was 2, right? I lost one, I won one. Let's do another one. Surely I won't get the white pieces again. Okay, I didn't. All right, this time I will play the Caro-Kann. Hopefully that person wasn't hoping to play the Vienna. We're going to get... Wow, they're playing fast. Okay. Let's pin that knight. Are they going to check? Yeah, they usually check me over here, and then sometimes they take and sometimes they don't. Oh, they castled. Well, then we might as well take that. What? Oh, they went back. Usually they don't do that. Oh, that gives me the pawn. Usually they don't just give me the pawn. It's kind of nice. Should I move the queen? I mean, should I move the knight or defend the knight? Oh no, if I do that, that pawn's not defended. What am I thinking? All right, and now I do need to move this pawn here so I can get my dark squared bishop out and also add a defender to that. I mean, my d-pawn's defended twice right now, but it never hurts. Oh, yeah, let's do that definitely now that they've moved that rook over, and then I can't put the bishop there yet, but I can put this pawn here and then put the bishop there. Oh, they're lining up for... that doesn't look too bad. Let's go here, and then I can castle. Oh, wow, it felt like they were playing faster than me, but now... excuse me, but now I have more time than they do. So I made Pineapple Pizza stop and think for a second, I guess. Let's see, can I think I can play this now, because my knight's guarding... Oh, well, I guess I have to move my bishop to here. Okay, I did. That was fun. Now I can push this pawn, which nullifies that bishop, I think. It threatens their knight and forces their bishop to be ineffectual, at least for some time. Unless they move the knight first, in which case... Oh, they moved the knight first. Well, I really don't want their dark squared bishop hitting my knight so quickly, so I'm going to play this to nullify their dark squared bishop, at least for the time being. I really want them to move that pawn, so I can do this. Oh, but then they would just move this pawn, but then I would take it. I don't know. That's probably not my best plan. My knight is defending that. Let's do this, and then maybe I can play e4. Okay, they have a lot of defenders on e4 right now, so they really don't want me to do it. Or maybe I shouldn't do it. But I'm going to put my queen here to connect my rooks. And then when I do play this, even if they take it, I'll have a path down here and I'll pick off that pawn. That's my idea, maybe. And I assume they would take that with the pawn, but I could be wrong. Also depends on what they do next. They might push here. Nope, they didn't. All right, well, let's try this idea. If they take with the pawn, then I will take this pawn. And then when they move out of check, I could stop here and threaten their queen for a second. Because that would be fun, right? Then I could lock this bishop in here with this pawn, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe that's not a good idea. Yeah, they'll move their queen someplace. I'm not sure exactly where. Yeah, that's, I think, their safest bet there. Could do this. I don't know. I'm looking around, wishing there was a better way to get my queen over there. But you know what? My bishop's not under threat right now. What if I put my queen right here? And then I could... Oh, no, their queen's right there. I don't know. But you know what? Let's just do that for fun. I am up one pawn right now, according to the little counter down there. It's so rude. Okay, let's take the knight, and then I'll take this pawn. Yes. Although that pawn's defended by my knight, but I wanted to move my knight in just a second. Okay, let's do that. And then this, aiming for the bishop. They might take it. Oh, they did. Can I do that? And now I can get over here if I want to. I do kind of want to, but they're just going to move their queen. I mean, their king over, right? Which pawn am I up? Oh, I'm up one of the king pawns. Okay. Oh, they moved over preemptively. That's fun. I guess I should... Oh no, I don't want to leave the defense of that pawn. There we go. Now I should move my rook over to the c file probably. Oh, they got there first, but their bishop's undefended. Where are they going to move their bishop? Back one? Back two? They might move it back here and try to come around this way. That might be what I would do if I were them. But if they do that, that is what they're doing. Sneaky. Okay, I was going to go here, and now I've got three attackers on their D pawn. Sorry, E pawn. My knight, queen. Oh, actually, I have four attackers on that pawn. Let's take it. Oh, no, they have three defenders on it. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. And then they mate me on the back rank. Well, let's put a stop to that. Okay. Well, we can take one of the defenders off of this pawn. And I'm not going to get mated on the back rank. Oh, I got out of that just in time. Go pineapple pizza, you can do it. I want to get rid of that pawn. Can we do it? Are they listening to me? I think they're listening to me. They knew I wanted to get rid of that pawn. Let's do this, and then maybe... No, this way, so I can continue blocking checks with the pawn if I need to. But also, I could end up losing my A pawn by going this way. But I can go back around behind their A pawn. And I could move this first, and then move my king up. What? Dude, I just said I was going to move this first, and then move my king up. They're not listening anymore. I got out of check. It's cool to do that. But now they can get behind my A pawn. Oh, but I get their A pawn first. Nice. And then I can sneak in here and pop that one. But then they'll get my A pawn. But then I'll have a passed pawn. Oh, why? Why would you take that? That hurt. I think I can go this way. Can they mate me over there? It wouldn't be mate just yet, would it? But it would be close. Let's go ahead and take this. They can take mine. Oh, I'm in check. Darn it. Oh, that still wouldn't be mate, so let's see if we can move this pawn. Oh, they want to take it. Well, that would be rude. Not really. No, you should have gone down, guy, because... Yeah. Well, check. I didn't know that was going to be checkmate. I checkmated him with a pawn, but I was a little worried about their king being right there because that means I don't have an escape route this way. So I was thinking they might be able to come down and check me over here, but I realized I could get out, and they had to stay behind this pawn. But yeah, I just thought I was going to drive their king back a little bit, but that was checkmate. Their king couldn't go back. There was nowhere to go. Well, was I ever behind in that one? Let's find out. We'll look at the cute little graph that I am still getting used to. Oh, I gave away an advantage twice, I think is what those dips mean. There's a dip about right there. If I can get... Yeah, right before that, I was ahead. Whoops. I didn't mean to click on it, but there we are. I was ahead -5, but then moving my rook up here was a mistake. And then we'll skip over to the end and see what happened over there. Not -5, -4. That's pretty close, though. I should have played, oh, knight to g4 here. But then they would have moved their queen over there. I would have, wow. But yeah, it's saying that I should have played knight to g4, which would have threatened the queen. They would have put their queen right here, threatening my undefended knight. And I'd have been like, that's okay. And I would have gone over here, checked. And then they would have moved into the corner. And then what? And then I would have played rook to e6, leaving my knight undefended. And they would have taken it. But then I could have checked over here with my rook on h6. And they couldn't get out because my queen's guarding that square. So they'd have to give their queen up on h3. That's why it was -5. But only if I saw all of that. So I don't feel bad for missing that. But it says alternatively, I should have played rook to c8 to threaten. That would have been my second best move. And they wouldn't have taken. It says they would have played here. Oh, and attempting to get a passed pawn. I don't know if they would or not. I think they might just have taken me. But I don't know this opponent that well. Or queen to d6. I'm not sure what that would have been aiming for. I don't know about either one of those. c8, queen to d6. Definitely not knight to g4. Because even though I know the whole sequence now, I don't think I would be able to find that in a game, right? I mean, obviously I know about one move threats to the queen, but then what happens when it goes here? And then I have to put the knight back, but I'm supposed to leave it as bait to check. Well, what if they move this way? Then that whole sequence wouldn't work. Sorry, I got to follow that out. It says their best move is to play queen to h4, and then I would play queen to d4 check. Oh yeah, see, they might go that way, in which case I could let the knight go and come over here. But what if they saw that? Oh, now it's changed its mind. f1 is better. Now what if they did that? Now what do I do? It says h5. Really? To protect the knight, but nothing's protecting the pawn. And they wouldn't take it. Of course they wouldn't take it. If they took the pawn, then that's mate. Okay, well, I get that. Oh, but they would play rook to c5 is their best move. Do you think my opponent would have played that in this situation? And then g6 would be my best move. Oh, okay, I see what rook to c5 would have done. They might have seen that. If they saw that taking here meant mate, they might have seen that rook to c5 puts an extra attacker on this pawn. And then I would play g6, but yeah, I'm never going to see h5 in the first place because I'm never going to see that in the first place. Okay. Now, I say never. I try to give myself a little credit that if I do this every day, maybe someday I will see 4 move sequences like that and be able to deviate from them when the opponent doesn't follow the whole sequence that the line said that they should. Because at every step along the way, they have choices. Even when I put them in check here. So let's say I knew I wanted to move their queen so that I could put them in check here, and that's why I moved the knight over. That wasn't the only option that they had. They had other options, but that's the one that they chose. For example, it's probably horrible, but they could have gone here, and that would have prevented me checking on d5. Now, it would have allowed me to check here, but then they would have moved over, and then I guess I could have come back here and checked. Yeah, see, so even if I had seen that sequence, it wouldn't have worked. So when I moved my rook there, it was a miss and took us back to even. But my opponent, over the next couple of moves, gave me a huge advantage, which I pressed and I pressed, and I got up to -10. Oh, I had mate in 1 and missed it. Oh, right here. Right here, I could have played that and I didn't see it. Oh, can you see that? That's not good. It says I played like a 650. Well, yeah, I moved that pawn and it was a draw. Except that was a blunder because it allowed mate in 1 again, and this time I did it by accident. Okay, so I had a huge advantage. Switch over to the analysis tab. -43 here. That was best. They should have went to king to f1, it said, but instead they went here, and now I have mate, but because I didn't play it, it's a draw. Wait, rook to h6 check. Well, I'm playing 6 and 700s, so I don't think they're going to see that they can force a draw that way. Oh, because, see, their king doesn't have any legal moves. My rear g-pawn is guarding both of those squares. My front g-pawn is guarding both of those squares. My f-pawn's guarding the g-pawn, and my rook's cutting off all of that. So my opponent could have forced a draw here by that. Stalemate. My opponent has no legal moves. But that's the only move that would have forced a draw. Alternatively, they could have played rook to f6 here to slow down mate. So when I pushed forward, they would take it. Yeah, they would lose their rook for a couple of pawns. But instead they did that, and I checked. You know what? I almost moved the rook back so I could move the pawn again. Well, that was fun. See, that's what I'm talking about when I said chess is supposed to be fun. When you checkmate by accident, just not sure what to do, and you push a pawn. Okay, that was 3? We should do at least one more. I'm going to click on the play and go back. Take a deep breath and click it. Okay. I think I had white twice and black twice. I think. The queen coming out is not good, is it? Am I at the level of the Caro-Kann where we get the queens just coming out? I want to put that knight there because then they can push this pawn. I should take it. Same thing now, though. I don't know. Let's check, and then I can get the knight out. Unless they'll block with the bishop, right? But then I can sink back right here and aim at that pawn. I think. They're aiming for checkmate. That is the level to which I have fallen. Wait, that's not going to work, is it? This will have to work. Hopefully that's good. But yeah, I have fallen to such a level that I'm playing people who bring out their queen on move 2, which, as we all know, is not very good. But I'm not good enough at chess to do any better, apparently. That is a check. Good job figuring that out. I'm not making fun of Andres Burr 77. I don't think. I'm merely pointing out some of the things they're doing that could probably be done differently. That might not have been the best move either, but I didn't want to get my queen trapped down there in the corner. I was thinking about that while I was talking, which is amazing for me, the fact that happened. I assume they're going to try to attack my queen at this point, in which case I will move it over, one of those 2 ways. Yeah, when my opponent thinks for a long time, I'm never sure whether just to keep talking to fill the dead air or just leave it blank and then edit out a big chunk of time later. You guys can see in the edits in my videos, I'm pretty sure you can tell where I've edited when their clock just loses 60 seconds or something like that. So that's what I'm going to do. In fact, I'm beginning to suspect my opponent has left the game. It says they have a full signal here, excellent connection, very low lag, but they haven't played in almost a minute, if I've been counting right. Again, I expected them to just attack my queen, but they did not. And I was going to move over and offer a queen trade because I am up on material. But yes, it is looking like I have won this game too, unless on the off chance they're going to take themselves down to 20 seconds and then start moving really fast. That's happened a few times, so I am not going to relax. Oh, they waited a long time and then resigned. Okay, it's a possibility somebody came into their room and began talking to them, and then they realized they were still in the game and resigned. That happens too. Was Andres Burr 77 a good sport? Again, I don't know if they were a good sport or not. I'm not sure why it keeps asking me that question. I have chat disabled here, unless we're friends on the site, so he couldn't have been saying bad things to me in chat. Okay, I played pretty well. I did have one miss, which looks like it was right there because they gave me a -2 advantage and I missed it, but then it just looks like they just gave it away pretty hard after that. We only went 12 moves. Wait, is this one of those persons that was trying to lose? That happens. It does. Okay, so my miss was on move 7. When they I should have immediately taken here, probably. I'm just going to guess that's what it was. I saw that when I put my queen here in the first place. And that was one of the reasons for when I first blocked the check that I put my queen here was because that pawn's no longer defended. But then once they did this, I don't know why I didn't just go take it. I guess I was worried I would get my queen trapped somehow, so I just decided to block that bishop this way. Also, that limited the bishop's mobility. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I should have just taken that pawn, but it wasn't -2, it was -1. So I did that. My opponent had a slight advantage there. If they would have played bishop to b3, that would have kept me from hitting that pawn, and we would have been even then. But instead they did that, and then I took the pawn, which was my best move. They castled. Wait, it says it's their best move. Stockfish says it's their best move to castle. But the game review counted it as inaccurate. I wonder what the game review thought was best. All right, and I should have taken the rook here, so I did that. Good for me. And they should have bishop to b5 check. That's here. No, that's what they did. What they should have done was get this knight out. Wait, but then I would have just gone in here, right? Yeah, b2. And I would have had to kind of zigzag my way out of there. That's their best move, is to make it difficult for me to get out. But instead they checked, allowed me to block. Again, they're supposed to put their knight on c3, but they did that instead, which I can just take. Oh, but It was actually slightly better for me to take the A pawn and not that one. Well, that line is wrong, but yeah, there you go. That was 4, right? I think I'm counting correctly. I think I won 4 games. I think I won 3 games, but it might have been 2 and 2. Now don't laugh and go, oh my goodness, he's losing his memory. He's getting old and all that. There's a lot to keep track of when I'm running recording software and trying to line up these games and also keep talking. But I'm pretty sure I played 4 games and I'm pretty sure I won 2 or 3 of them. But I am going to go to the archive just in case. I did play. Yeah, that's my archive. I played 4 Blitz games and I won 3 of them. I don't feel too bad about that. Some of them I played a little better than others. Like the first one that I won against a person I had played before. Thank you for spending your time here. Hopefully you got something out of this, if only the reminder that chess was supposed to be fun. That's the reason we started playing it. I'm going to try to remember that when I start getting too serious and moaning and griping about, I can't figure out why I lost this game and these moves don't make sense to me, and so on. My income, my livelihood, my happiness doesn't depend on me doing well at chess. It helps when I win 3 out of 4, but I can have fun even when I'm losing. I can make smart aleck remarks to my opponents in the privacy of my home and hopefully not hurt their feelings if they watch this video, and so on. It's just fun, except for those 0.01% of people who make a living off of chess. And good for them. Thank you. I'll see you next time.